Gotta be right from childbirth.
Yeah.
Welcome to Smite Wars Chronicle.
Was my god mode too beastly? This is my regular god mode. Welcome to the Smite Wars Chronicle. This is where you guys are like, oh, hey man, what's up? How you doing? We're so excited to be here.
Oh, so exciting!
Awesome.
Might now.
We could transition this to org discussions if that would be more fun. It's up to you guys. Whatever you want to do.
No.
All right, good.
Well,
All right.
I didn't know there was rules about how we were supposed to interact at the beginning of this. Like that's
Yeah,
interesting.
we're only a couple years in. I think the best experience is when I start it and you all just like are silent. That's I think usually the best.
Staring at the camera.
Anyway, I'm just joking.
I'm hoping you used a 20-sided die to, figure out the org.
I think we don't have enough people to fill each of the 20 slots. Sadly, that's the issue.
It's more of a 10-sider.
And there we go. I'm activating. You guys you should be joining the vault already in progress.
Dun, dun, dun.
Excellent.
All right. Interesting. Tell me when you're all here in the vault.
Milan.
I
Yep.
am.
I'm here.
Awesome.
Here.
Here indeed. All right.
Here.
All right. So when we were last here, I should probably I'll do that bit. If you guys are all ready.
When we were last here in the vault, you guys were making your way from the westernmost side after coming down the stairs from the tombs, making your way eastwardly to the unknown. In tow, you have a character named Samael, who may or may not have your backs. You're not quite sure yet. You are a party divided. You have a group of people heading to the north and a group of people heading to the south, both heading easternly, but you're also a party divided. The group to the south has split into two factions. We have Glory and Samael, and lastly, we forget our little dragon friend. They're all together. And to the south, we have Stephanos and Tyros. You have collectively dispatched a series of glowing eyes revealing some gems. The team to the farthest south, Glory and Stephanos, Tyros and Stephanos, have one eye still in action, separating them from their supposed treasure. Who knows? Maybe this one will be the one skull that does not have the gem. Anywho, I believe when we were last here, we rolled initiative and got ready for the next round, which puts Stephanos at the top of the order. And thought I'd give you guys a few minutes to sort of regroup on what your plan is for today. Now, don't forget, you're of three minds. The northern group can't know what the southern group is doing, and vice versa. And even in the southern group, you guys are split into two. So just know that while you may know things in the real world, IRL, if you will, in game, your characters aren't aware of what the other groups are doing. That's sometimes hard to wrangle. So, all right. What do you think?
Well, I know for our group, we want to dispatch that last skull, and I am curious to investigate the hallway beyond the skulls and see if there is a gem where the skulls were.
All right, so that's what you guys are doing. Glory, what about your faction?
I'm just going over to look at some stuff, and then I haven't figured that part out yet.
All right, what I'm hearing is you're gonna wing it. All right. What about you, North faction? We've got. I had forgotten to mention that along for the ride with Tempe and Dinjarin and Alexandria we have a new familiar following Dinjarin around by the name of Dinner, a little pig named Dinner. Cute little fellow.
Are there any troglodytes left? Seems like they're all dead.
They are all
Yeah, we killed
dead.
them.
And you looted all their stuff?
That pile is empty.
They didn't have anything.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they
All right.
They travel light. They're sort of a carry-on group of troglodytes.
Really quick, I forget what happens to a familiar when it dies. It doesn't have a body or anything. That
We
right?
eat it, right?
It ceases to exist.
Okay.
So if your plan is to make some bacon, that would be fun.
Yeah, I think we can send it out ahead, make sure we don't hit any booby traps or anything. But we just need to explore, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm technically we're a party divided because I'm not near Alexandria or Tempe.
Yeah,
I'm
where
went down and into the hallway. I'm in a hallway, so I'm just going to continue exploring the hallway that I'm in.
Yeah, I just
Okay,
pinged
are
on the
you
map where
gonna send-
Dinjarin is.
Are you going to send your pig ahead?
I don't even see where the pig is with me, to be honest.
It's right next to me.
Yeah,
I
he's-
can move
he's-
him around.
East. Just as a reminder, this is what you see. So, like, let's get into some narrative real quick. To the chat. So, Dinjarin, you're seeing sort of the mirror end. I think there was some context that maybe I want to remind you of. You see sort of across this lava divide, there's this like tiny island and these little islands connected with chains. You see that your path terminates, but it seems to travel sort of to the northwest and to the southeast, right? So your assumption is sort of it loops around. Across the way, you actually have seen Glory, at least Glory, I think, and Salem, if I'm not mistaken, from the last game. So like there was at least a visual that like you're there, they're down there, and the two, you see that there's this disconnect between the two sides of this path. On their end, you don't see any way for them to move other than balancing on the chains and traversing the islands, which is a thing. But you did see. No, I'm not going to give you any more. That's it. That's all you see for now. So the narrative is, you find yourself in a tunnel that leads to a treacherous and dangerous area deep in the vault, where a river of lava and fire runs through the middle. As you approach the shoreline of the river of lava, you see intense heat and light emanating from it, creating a fiery glow that fills the entire area. And chains. You see lots and lots of chains. In the center of the lava flow, there are several small islands of rocks. These islands are connected by large chains, and they appear to be the only way across the river. The chains are old and rusted, and the rocks are scorched black from the intense heat of the lava. If you wish to continue this route, you must navigate these islands to either side, where there is safe passage. Whether you need to get there or not is up to you. The next sentence isn't really for you. It was the narrative that I gave to Glory, but there's more to the east and the west. If you were to head a little bit south, you'd have to do that to expose it. Probably not a good idea to swim. So lava swim? Dang it, typo. Swim. Been a while since I've had a typo, so got me some slack. So there you go. That's sort of where you're at right now. But we are in combat. And I think, unless there's any parting thoughts, we're going to head to Stefanos and have her do her worst.
So I'm going to just move. Sorry, I'm trying to move them.
It's interesting. I'm not seeing the eye in the combat tracker. Is anyone else?
Not in the tracker, but I see it glowing.
I do see it in the tracker, but for some reason it's like dimmed out.
Interesting.
Everything seems to be dead.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
but I
yeah,
mean-
that's the dead eye that I see, I guess.
Okay, hold on. Maybe something's just up with my tracker. Very weird. Okay, that is it. Yeah, so there it is. Okay. I don't understand why it's not being... Why I can't... Oh, it's being marked as defeated. It's not defeated, though.
No.
Is that the
shouldn't
issue?
be.
So we did defeat one of the eyes, but not both of them. There should be 2 eyes, right? Because the
Yep.
skulls have 2 eyes. So we did. I think David did defeat one of them.
Yeah.
With the
Yeah.
firebolt, or
Yeah,
and then there should be a second one.
That's marked accordingly. It's very weird. Well, let's just see what happens. Let's see if it can be targeted and all that good stuff.
I was trying to move just to the right 10 feet and to aim at the eye, but I can't seem to move my character.
Do you have the movement? Oh, wait. We're in... Sorry. Somehow we're going to... we need to go to combat movement. Now try.
Okay. Now I can move.
Awesome.
So we take my bow and arrow and shoot at that other eye.
There's... Now it's back. It had been marked defeated for some reason. All right, what do we got going on here? I'm not seeing anything.
Sorry. It's not letting me use the HUD to shoot, so I have to use my character sheet.
Well, there I see some dice. That's good news. And you do hit the eye with your... And that was a lot of me trying to get it to work again, just to have this guy, or this eye, puff out of existence. And poof, it is gone. There you go.
I'm going to complete my movement by going deeper into it.
Awesome. And as soon as you're done with that, we're going to end combat, because you are now out of combat.
Yeah, we should investigate for traps as well in these hallways.
Good idea. Thanks, Walton.
And auto assign. You have now been given some goodness. Now, where is Brother Samael? He seems to be missing. There's Salem. Oh, wait. Sorry, there he is. Was he north of you or south of you, Laura? Do you recall?
He is over on the chest, near the bridge.
That's where Salem is. What about Samael?
Oh, sorry. He was at the he crossed paths with me, so he was at the entrance of the hallway that I'm in, but he didn't want to come with me.
It was the south, right? The south
Yes.
side, right?
South.
That's right. There it is. All right, I'm putting him back. He was off the screen for some reason. I don't know how he got moved, but he did get moved. All right, so you guys are now out of combat, and would love. I have to make this visible because there's a trap. Remember, and it's no longer active because you're aware of it. There it is, the trap. All right, some things got reset, I guess, when I updated. Anyway, so you guys are a party divided. The southern group, you guys are spread out pretty well. Stefanos, let me give you your narrative because you made it to the south. You just defeated this. This was the menacing skull, right? That was on the south wall. It's now very, very dark because with the skull's eyes out, there is no light, so you're relying largely on your dark vision. Now, just to the east of the skull, in the wall, you see a mysterious red gem. So in the depths of the dark, mysterious cave, a glowing red gem floats in a decorative hole, carved out of the wall. The gem is dazzlingly red, emitting a bright ethereal light that illuminates the area around it. The gem is surrounded by mysterious etchings, depicting ancient ruins and symbols that have been etched into the stone. Let me show you bigger what this thing looks like. So there you go.
Am I
Now,
the only one who's able to see this?
You are the only one who's able to see this. So the etchings form a maze-like decoration surrounding the gem on all sides. The maze is intricate with twists and turns. Its center lies a glowing gem. The walls of this sort of supposed maze are tall and imposing, creating a sense of awe and wonder for anyone who lays eyes on it. Below the gem, a magical fire burns, adding to the mysterious and otherworldly atmosphere. This fire is red and white, casting a flickering light on the walls of the cave, illuminating the gem with an ethereal glow. The fire creates a warm, inviting light, but also a sense of caution, as the fire is magical and could be dangerous. Now, as you look at that image closely, you see just above the floating gem, etched into the very dark background, the word Oth, O-T-H. Just as the other gems had a word, this one does as well. It is Oth. And here's a better view of the gem. 2 players. There's your gem. This gem radiates magical energy, emitting a red bright light that illuminates the area around it. It's partially encased in a mixture of metal and dragon scales, adding to its mystique and power. This should sound familiar. The metal casing is intricately designed in swirling patterns and intricate etchings that depict dragons and other magical creatures. The dragon scales are deeply gray, and they glimmer in the light of the gem. The combination of the metal casing and dragon scales gives this gem a sense of strength and protection, as if it's guarding a powerful magic within. The red gem itself is a stunning sight, with its bright, radiant energy. The gem is cut in a unique and intricate design, with facets that capture the light and reflect the mesmerizing display. The gem radiates magic, and anyone near it can feel the energy pulsing from it, calling out to those who would dare to seek its power. And your inner voice says, "Ah, so perfect, yet." So, do you take the gem?
At this point, am I able to run an investigation or perception check on this gem?
I'm sorry, you're really distorted. Or is that just for me, or is that everybody else?
Yeah, can't hear you.
Am I able to run an investigation or perception check on this gem?
What would you be investigating?
If I were to take it just with my hands, would I be burned by this fire, magic fire?
Do an Arcana check. So I can automate that for you if you'd like.
I can do it.
Oh, okay, if you want to do it yourself, you can do that as well. You have no idea. Yeah, so you really have no idea if they would burn you or not.
Before you go get that, Stephanos, maybe I'll come over and do an Arcana check.
So you do see Stephanos noodling. You know, she's not too close to the gem. She's cautiously far away, but enough to do some investigating. If you want to head over, feel free.
I'll wait for you, Terrorist.
All right, I too shall run an Arcana check.
All right. Do you want to roll it yourself, or you want the magic?
Oh, let's do the magic.
He opts for the magic. Uno momento. And Arcana. Start.
Yeah.
Solid enough. Yeah, so you don't get the sense that this magic has sort of some innate evil or protection. It just seems to be sort of part of who it is, right? It serves some other purpose, this magic. All right. Did you guys want to think about this while I head to other groups, or do you want to grab the gem?
I think we should grab the gem. What do you think? Do you have any special goals or anything? I don't.
I am trying to see if I've got something I can put around my arm to not get burned. Do you want to run to the other group there, Thomas, while I peruse my inventory?
Sounds like a plan. So while this is happening, we head up to the north slightly, where we find Glory.
Glory is looking out over the lava and realizes that this probably thinks maybe I could use my spider for climbing shoes, but I think I'll just head back. But then she gets a reminder, oh, I do have a gem. I wonder where that gem is, and pats her clothes down and finds that not only was the dagger taken, but her gem was taken too. Or so it appears.
What gem was this? Just so I know.
The one that I pulled from the eye. I pulled one from the eye. And I don't have it anymore. And so either someone took it.
You do have it. It's in.
I do have it?
Yeah, it starts with the Y. It's in your tools.
This should be in my inventory.
It is, but I'm saying it's in the section of your inventory called tools.
Oh, okay. Okay, then I think I lost it, and then I immediately think that Dinjarin stole it. And then I was like, and then I find it, and I'm like,
Yeah, so Glory,
Anger.
you know,
Anyways.
since losing the dagger, you're continually patting yourself down and like thinking, you know, oh my god, I dropped a thing, and having these little micro panic
Yes,
attacks.
I'm having micro anxiety moments, very similar to my real life. Okay, then I'm just going to turn around and head back, and I'm gonna start heading towards Stefanos and Tyros. I'm gonna be very careful around I don't know how many I'm at now. I'm gonna be very careful around the
It's
hole.
fine. You can
Okay.
move. You can move all the way into place if you want.
Okay.
And then you're you're having Salem stay where he is, right?
Yes. Yeah. So I'm just hanging out behind them.
All right.
But I'm also I kind of want to. I'll stay here so I know where Samael is. Okay, I'm done.
All right, so you guys see Glory head up behind you. You see Stephanos and Tyros sort of like trying to figure out what to do. And I'm going to give you about 5 seconds before Samael comes around the corner.
Okay. Hey guys, I'm here. Samael's behind me. Don't forget, I'm also come from the depths of hell where there seems to be a lot of fire. That's all.
Tyros turns over to Stefanos and just gives her a nod. And is like, yeah, why don't you take the gem?
Sounds good.
All right, and so as you're doing that, you see Samael sort of head around the corner, just past Glory, and he's sort of off behind you, and he sees Stephanos reach into the wall and grab, I believe it was off, right? Inventory. So in your inventory, Stephanos, you should now have, in the tools section, a thing called, a gem called Off. Pretty little gem.
It's a
Glory, you see Brother Samael, witness Stephanos grabbing this gem, and he looks mildly disappointing, right? As if this was a thing that he would like to have carried.
I look at him. I don't say anything. I just look him up and down, assessing him.
Nice.
Young gnome, if that gem weighs heavy upon your person, I will gladly carry it for you.
Glory scoffs.
And with that, we're going to head to the group to the north. And Salem's hanging tight. As a reminder, Salem is hanging tight next to a chest that he's found. You're the only one aware of that, Glory. And here we are, up north. Let's start with... Where are we at? Let's start with Alexandria. Alexandria, you're trailing. You're the most westernly person at this point. You see ahead of you Tempe and Dinner.
Yeah, I want to head over there.
All right, go for it.
Let's go head into the cave.
Right. So you see that passage goes to the south. towards Tempe and Dinner, and then to the north around Dinjarin, and you sort of are heading towards the Dinjarin route.
Yeah. Then Jarin, I want you to know you're a valued part of the team. I'm here to hang out.
I just kind of do a low grumble.
Awesome.
So where you headed? Exploring, huh?
Why do you care?
Because we're all on the same team, and I feel like you and I have had, like, similar vibes in the past. I just, strength in numbers, safety in numbers, etc.
Are we all on the same team?
Yeah!
Tempe left.
One...
I remember Tempe telling me to go ahead, and it seems like I was fodder for the glowing eyes. I don't know.
Well, Tempe's his own man. But I really feel like there's a through line running through all of us.
I'm getting accused of thievery and all sorts of things here amongst our group. Perhaps I should align with Samael.
We sent you forth because of your mighty armor and your high hit points.
I don't know where that voice is coming from.
Going across the bridge. Oi, Salem.
There's a weird voice coming from nowhere. It's amazing.
Should we send Dinner across the bridge to see if it's stable?
Actually, quick question, Jim, on how does that work? I don't remember how familiars work. Like, if I move him, do I get to move still, or?
Yeah, you guys are in. So the only rule for this point is roughly don't exceed your normal movement distance within 10 feet, right? We're kind of fuzzy on that, and just sort of take turns. So just don't move around while someone's talking and describing their stuff. Like, don't have someone else move it. But you can say, okay, I'm gonna have Dinner move closer to blah blah blah, or move down to the south, which is totally fine. It's just one at a time, and we don't really do a turn order. It's just sort of like groups at a time, because you're just in explore mode. The only time that there's real strict rules around who can do what and when is when you're in combat.
Okay, I just gotta remember the rules for familiar. If it's like, if one moves, I can't move or something like that. So,
No.
Okay, cool.
And in general, even in combat, you can always both move, but only one of you takes an action.
Got it. Okay. Cool.
All right. So if you want to move Dinner, go for it.
I'll tell. What's his? I don't have stats on him. I don't see his stats.
Dinner can move 40 feet, which is pretty good. That means he moves farther than the rest of you, which means he'll never be late for dinner.
Yeah, sprightly pig.
He's gonna go there and go kind of right to the bridge here.
And as Dinner steps onto the bridge,
well, Dinner is roasted now. We got roast pig for dinner, guys.
No, he just stepped onto the edge of the bridge.
Okay.
So as you approach the river of lava, you come to this, you come upon a small stone bridge. Well, sort of that used to span the flow. It's mostly, it's really the only path forward across the two things. And there's this river of lava that runs through the center. There are no other crossings visible. To the east and to the west of this bridge, the party can see, well, Dinner can see and project back to you, islands of rock that are connected by these large chains. These islands appear to be the only way to cross the river of lava, but the chains are old and rusted, and the rocks are scorched black from the intense heat. So tough, familiar. The tunnel meets the river of lava at the bridge and provides you with a clear view of the passage across to the tunnel on the other side. And the heat from the lava is intense, and the light from the fire creates a fiery glow that fills the area. The bridge itself is made of ancient stone and metal, now largely covered in lava. Now, what's interesting, Dinjarin, you get the feeling that if Dinner had made his move across the entirety of the bridge, he probably would have made it, but the bridge would have collapsed. So he got lucky. You just happened to stop him on the edge. And I would be lying if I didn't say out of character that I'm a little disappointed that you foiled the intent of my trap. No.
I was looking forward to some bacon.
Well, he is close enough to the edge. You might be smelling bacon.
Yeah, I definitely want to move down there and get a different
All right,
view
go
on
ahead.
the path.
Tempe, go ahead and take your moves where you want to go. So Tempe, you see from where you're at, you see both Salem, you see a chest, you see dinner, you see this collapsed bridge. You actually are the only one who actually, I think, where's Dinjar? Yeah, you're the only one who actually witnessed the collapsing of the bridge, and you think to yourself that was a pretty close call. From where you're standing, you see that the river of lava gets very narrow, but you do see it open up into what looks like another lava-filled room to the east. You think that you could make your way across. You could jump pretty readily. It would require some athletics, but you could make your way across if you wanted to. You also see that this path heads directly north, right? So this bridge where it came together, you're skirting the lava river right now, but just a little farther to the east, and this thing heads north. This tunnel.
Yeah, I'll probably go check out whatever's in the chest, and then let everybody else catch up.
All right. So do you want to? So where you're standing, you see a crate as well. So you see the chest across the river, and you see this crate.
Yeah, let's check out the crate.
All right. And Alexandria, if you want to move, oh, you already did. If you want to move closer, you can, but just stop right there, and we'll pick up with Tempe. All right. So you've got this crate in front of you. Alexandria can't see you. It's in this little alcove, so you're kind of in the dark. So what's in this crate is between you and whatever you want to share.
All right, we've got a water skin, a potion of invisibility, potion of poison, 12 torches, canvas, crowbar, and a map of Flan.
And feel free to take whatever you want.
All right.
And while he's doing that, I'm going to move down towards where dinner is.
Dinner. All right, I'll let you do that. Glory, did you want to do anything with Salem?
I telepathically tell Salem, don't let anyone open that trunk.
All right, so
my
Salem's
fear is that Samael will. I don't tell him this, but my fear is that Samael will try to go for it.
Gotcha. So you see Salem sort of hovering there. So he's ready for Samael. Is that it? If Samael comes towards the chest,
I just said tell him don't let anyone open it. That's all I say.
How do you want him to stop anyone from opening it? If they do,
He has that stinger.
All right.
So like claw, bite, stinger.
Okay.
I'll be there in a second, kind of thing.
So basically, you're saying this is beyond ready. This is defend the chest for you.
Yeah, I'll be there in like a second. Yeah.
All right. So next up, Curtis, you made your move. I think you used most of your movement, right? Roughly.
Yeah, I used all my movement.
All right. So then let's go back to the south. Oh, go ahead. You can say a thing if you want.
I was just gonna say, do I see Salem in that chest?
Oh yeah, you see Salem. So you see Salem sort of perched on a chain, and just to the east and southeast of him, you see this chest. He's aimed intently at the chest. You see Alexandria just ahead at the beginnings of a broken bridge. You see Dinner looking a little, none the worse for the wear, familiar, but clearly Dinner has triggered this broken bridge. This bridge was not broken earlier. You do not see Tempe. You don't know where Tempe went to. All right, so we're gonna head to the team to the south, and then I'll give the team to the north a chance in a second. So Glory, Brother Samael, Tyros, Stephanos, who wants to make their first move?
I'm gonna walk over to the chest.
All right. And you have 30 feet of movement, so you are within reach. You had exactly the right amount of movement left. So if you want to get into the chest, you just double-click it to open it.
Can I do a investigation of it?
Absolutely. Let me magify this for you. Do you also want oh no, only you can do it. So Glory, Stephanos, all right, and we're gonna do investigation, looking for, I'm assuming, traps and triggers. Roll.
Fuck my life. Why do I even try?
FML. It looks safe enough.
All right, whatever. I'm just gonna open it. All right, we have, and I announced this for anybody who can hear me. A water skin, alchemist fire, crossbow bolt, immovable rod. Hey, I finally have my immovable rod I wanted.
You can say fuck if you want. This is not a kid-friendly show. Just so you know.
Immovable rod, potion of greater healing, silk rope, a torch, gold, and gold. So I'm gonna take this immovable rod. Yes. And alchemist fire.
And by the way, if you don't have to tell anyone what you're taking. They can't tell.
I know.
Okay.
I know. I'm gonna take the water skin, and I think I'm gonna take the potion of greater healing too, just in case. Silk rope, huh? What can you explain silk rope to me?
It's a rope, and it's made of silk. It has 2 hit points and can be burst with a DC 17 strength check. Doesn't weigh a whole lot, about 5 pounds, but it is 50 feet, I believe, right? So it's just, you know, it's kind of like fashion. Like hemp ropes are rough, right? Silk ropes are smooth. So there's a little status with the silk rope compared to hemp rope.
But like, is it like a stronger fabric, or is it like a like if you say like slippery, does that mean like it's not good for climbing because it's not tough?
No. It's perfectly fine for climbing, right?
Okay, I'm gonna take that too.
Yeah, it's just carrying it around. It's easier. Like it's like carrying carrying a plastic bag versus carrying a burlap sack, right? One like hemp rope is a little rougher. Silk rope is fine. In fact, there's some sort of elite, an elite feel to the silk rope, right? Like shoes are shoes, right? But like fancy shoes are better than like Crocs, depending on how you roll.
All right, cool. Well, I'm gonna leave.
Damn it! They're on our Croc sponsorship.
All right, that's all I wanted to.
So you're leaving some stuff behind, correct?
Yeah, and I'm leaving the lid open.
All right, lid is open. All right, so that will end your movement and turn. Tyro, Stephanos, you start to see Brother Samael sort of head your way, but he's not going to push past you. What are you guys doing?
I kind of want to take a little bit of a tour down this hallway here. I'm not sure where it goes. I would like to do an investigation for, or look for traps.
All right, I'll have, just for convenience, because Stephanos is down there with you, I'll have you both roll investigation check.
Thanks.
Killed it. Both of you don't sense any traps, but Stephanos, you're able to tell, like, you don't sense any traps within the within 30 feet of any direction of you. So not a whole lot.
Iris, let's just remain 30 feet within ourselves.
And Stephanos, you're allowed to move, and I'll give you like 30 to 40 feet, both of you guys.
Oh, so it just wraps around.
Brag. You see Glory up ahead, packing some stuff into her, not in a secret way, but just sort of clearly she's taking some stuff from the chest and she's putting it away and not trying to be stealthy about it at all. Samael's following you guys. So there you are. I will give you guys a chance. If you want to join Glory, you are welcome to do so.
Yeah, before that, Tyros turns over to Samael and just kind of gives him a look, and it's like, I noticed you were staring at that gem. Do you know something about these gems that we don't?
What can one know about a gem found floating in magic fire in a wall with cryptic words?
It could be some stuff. I wasn't sure if you had some familiarity with these.
Not specifically, but things like this are of interest to me. why I'm here.
Fair enough. And with that, I think Tyros is going to move up to Glory.
So as you make your way, Tyros, around Stefanos, it may not let you move. Is it block? Is it letting? Oh, it did. Okay. Yep. You see that there are no other passages heading. Like there's one path forward.
Yeah.
As they approach, I'm like, hey, there's a thingy in here. Also, you guys want some water skins? And I hand out, because I have 3. Right, so I hand over 2 water skins to Tyros.
Right,
one to Tyros and one to Spanos, if they want it.
Yeah, you just have to hit that trade button to pass inventory to them. It's in the lower left-hand
corner.
Yeah,
well, it's a question. Do they want it?
Oh, okay.
Or do they want me to hold on to it? I don't know.
No, I could do with a water skin. I've only got 1 right now.
Okay. Cool. Let me figure this out.
Request trade with Sarah.
Here it is.
How long does Bless last? Do you guys remember?
2 hours.
Okay.
How do I give it? I don't know how to give it. I'm in my inventory.
So when you hit trade,
and
you select which user you want to trade with, and did you do that already?
Got it. All right. Thank you.
Yeah. And Stefanos, while they're doing that, are you going to move in with the group, or are you hanging back?
Moving in with a group.
Go for it.
Very cool. 2 water skins. Thanks, Glory.
No problem.
So
There's
Stefanos,
also a bow in here.
So you guys, you see Brother Samuel sort of head as far as he can to sort of assess the situation.
Bird Lady, what happened here?
What do you mean, what happened?
I recall there being a bridge the last time I came this way.
Oh, yeah. So the bridge was not well engineered. It seems not well built enough to withstand any load on it. So our familiar friend met a tragic fate in the lava. I only thank the big acorn that none of us met that horrible fate.
I thought you were still alive.
I must ask, what is the big acorn?
Don't worry about it.
You're an odd bird.
Hoot indeed.
I look at Glory and, not Glory, Alexandria, and say, are you blaming dinner for this? For the predicament we're in?
I'm not trying to fat shame dinner here. I because I clearly said I feel that the blame should lie in the engineering of the bridge. She's not load bearing, not even for the smallest and most delicate of loads.
Let's see. I've got my eye on you guys.
I don't recall you traveling with a piglet when we were last together.
Jeez, do you keep like little notes? Things happen.
Have I not survived the vault?
I say, what does it matter to you if we have a pig or not? It's just a pig.
It's just an observation. I wonder what else you might be hiding.
I wonder what you're hiding.
And how does one hide a pig? It's, this is mostly just odd.
What, they don't have quantum pigs where you come from? What kind of backwater place?
Quantum Pigs was just a television show.
Anyway, So here we are. Yeah. So it is odd. Like you showed up. There's suddenly a pig. You know, he's kind of doing some assessment. Like familiars aren't an uncommon thing in this world, but he's trying to figure out which of you can summon familiars because this could be used against him in some way in the future. So.
Wait, but has he not realized Salem is here? Salem's a familiar.
But Salem has been there since the beginning. Am I wrong? Hasn't Salem been trailing with you the whole time? It wasn't Salem manifest?
He came in but it was right when Samael and we were conjoining to leave. So I could see how he could think that it was with us the whole time.
Yeah, this move was just odd because you guys made a choice to split up and then suddenly there's a pig. And it's not like he's obsessing over it, it's just a little odd.
After that ended, everyone slowly hears me slightly mutter under my voice a prayer to my divine power to regain one of my spell slots. I do it kind of quietly though.
All right, does that end your familiar? I don't think it does.
No.
Okay.
Well, the familiar, I don't know what happens because I got that for rolling a 20 and that 20 when we.
Yeah, you have the familiar until it dies, or you dismiss it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So speaking of which, as you're muttering your prayer, Dinjarin, you start to have odd thoughts. You're sort of shaking your head, and it's just something's not feeling quite right in your head. All right. What's the next move? So you are a party kind of divided. You in some way, shape, or form are back in the saddle again. The only path forward seems to be where you had come from, and to the north.
I mutter to Tyros, what do you think we need to do next? Do you think we should get our team together, or do you think we should try to find a way to the right here? And I just lost my server.
It says my server is currently. It says my server is currently stopping.
Yeah.
Yeah, just said that we lost the server.
Yeah.
Boo.
Well, this is not okay. Why don't you, while I figure out what the hell's going on, why don't you guys figure out what your plan's going to be? We'll use this time.
You gotta ask MIL what we can expect in that north passage, or if because we're basically. Is that the only way out, or can we keep going east?
Well, the north. Are you talking to me?
Yes, Samael, didn't you come from the north passage?
I did. And
what danger is it? The way out?
My party and I, we made our way. This tunnel that used to be joined with a lovely bridge. It loops around to the north and then to the east.
Oh, you're really worried about that bridge. I'm sorry.
Well, you're on the right side of it.
I also asked the team, is anyone hungry? Because we could attempt to have dinner for dinner if anyone is hungry.
Oh my god. You're mortifying.
The love makes him taste even sweeter.
I look at Salem and I just telepathically be like, you are so lucky. You are not Dinjarin's familiar.
Well, right, Salem doesn't look very appetizing, so.
I'm starting the server again, guys.
Would.
I don't know why.
Sorry, I was in.
Did they do an?
I don't know. It just doesn't say so. I just went to look at our server and it was stopped. But we were literally using it. It's not like we went idle or something. I'll have to report a bug. At least we didn't lose internet, you guys. Like we played the last half of our game the last time on a phone. So it's these
Well, I
moments
do
that
have
make
a-
things magical.
I do have a loading bar that says, "We'll let you know when the server is ready."
Yeah, that's me. I did that for you. It should hopefully it'll automatically take you guys right back into the game. It usually takes just a couple of minutes to fire the thing up. I will say in general, this new host has been pretty awesome, but this is the one weird thing that has happened so far. So you guys are, I'm using my mental capabilities. What's your plan going to be? Are you going to try to cross the lava southern group? I can tell you, you see the look in, you see the look in Samael's eyes. He's doing the mental math if he could leap across or if he's going to have to come up with some other plan.
I have a question.
We can just.
Can I use my spider of climbing on these walls or no?
You'll need to check. So on the walls, yes, and I believe even on the ceilings. However, you're going to have to see what that journey entails and if there's, because it requires, it's not like well, they are. I was gonna say it's not magic. They are magic, but they allow you to grip walls and ceilings. But the surface needs to be smooth enough for them to function.
Okay, that's my question. Thanks.
So, are you?
So
Did you want to know how tall? Whatever else.
Maybe. I don't know. I want to talk to the team first.
We'll come back to you then. Okay. You were saying something, Tyrus?
I think.
Yeah, so from where we are right now, there isn't any other passage around our area. We've explored the few tunnels or passageways that we have, correct? In the south.
I'm sorry. I'm launching the world. What was that again?
So where we've explored in the south, we've explored all of the tunnels. There really isn't much more to explore where we're at. My understanding is we need to get back up to the north. So the safe idea would be to go back and across the bridge that we had all initially parted ways, as opposed to trying to jump over this lava and the bridge that had fallen.
So if you remember correctly, when that bridge was also broken.
Oh, was it?
You guys had to leap across a gap, right?
Yeah, we leaped across. It was a bigger bridge with bigger parts that might be easier to leap across. I will also say there are areas that we didn't necessarily explore. So there was that one room where we heard noises but decided not to go to. There could be something in there.
Southwest. Yeah.
There was also where the Minotaur was. There was more area that we didn't explore as well up over there. So
yeah, up in the northwest.
If we know this is where
I have a rope if we need it.
So if this is where Samael and his team came from, this may just be a way out, but there may be more for us to find down here, potentially.
Yeah, I'm curious about that section that Glory had heard the sound coming from, and then we sort of backed out of that room. Was it Glory that had heard it, or who was in that room?
Yeah, I had heard it, and I also felt an energy that was like, it wasn't like something that we wanted to hang, like it wasn't like necessary. It was more of just like it wasn't like something that felt like an obligation to deal with. At least that's what my intuition said.
Yeah,
but you're more than welcome to go check it out. I kind of don't want to do that.
Yeah, you felt it was more of a distraction.
I don't know about the rest of you guys.
Yeah,
I'm gonna log back in.
Yeah, I'm getting in right now. I have to log in 3 different clients, so it takes a second. Look at that. I will unpause as soon as I have control. These little in real life moments suck, but it is what it is. So yeah, your intuition, what you felt, and I didn't validate one way or the other because that's not a thing you can know, is like you felt like it was more of a distraction. Right.
That's what I'm saying. That's my intuition, not what was told to me.
Yeah. So the areas, Tinjarin, can you roll a quick, not Tinjarin, David, yes, not your, gosh, frazzled. I'm going to have you roll a quick recent history check because you're asking the question. So give me 1 second. History. Start. Because I'm back, as you can tell. And I'll hit unpause. Did you get a request, David? Or Tyros? And you're muted, by the way. So if you've been waxing poetic with amazing narrative, we are not hearing it.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to repeat all of that again. No, I'm still paused, actually.
Is anyone else paused?
I see the request to Tyro,
Yeah, me
but
too.
I can't tell if I'm paused or not.
Well, do you guys see a thing that says? Do you see a thing that says paused in the middle of your screen?
No, it got replaced by the request from Tyro.
History check.
All right, let me refresh.
All right, I'm gonna hit the dice for you if that's okay.
Sure, yeah, please do.
All right, so at least we'll do this while it's happening. All right, so you roll a solid history check. You got an 18. Yeah, you remember that there was a room, because you clearly recall falling into a trap just outside of the entrance to it. Right.
Yep.
Glory had picked up on some movement in the shadows. You did see a couple of chests and a couple of bags in the room from where you stood, and that was good to go. You also remember there was the first bridge in this area you guys did not cross. That went up to the north. If you remember correctly, Tempe on the far west side sort of beelined to the north and found himself in combat with a skeleton minotaur. There was a second bridge that was just to the north of some other chests, a very small bridge that bridged into a darker area. You didn't explore that area, as your memory serves, right? You were too focused on getting rid of the stone golem. The next bridge was the larger, more primary bridge that half of the party had jumped across, and you are now meeting up with. And the final bridge is BioBrig. The final bridge is the one that you're standing near, that has been destroyed by your buddy Bacon.
Right.
So there's two areas of the crypt that you have not explored. That doesn't mean you need to explore them, or that there's anything special in those areas. Perhaps goodness, perhaps death. But that is what you remember.
All right, so with that, I've repeated all of that information to the party here so that we're all on the same page.
All right, and armed with that knowledge, what does the party say? I assume that would
have any thoughts?
I would assume this is, relaying it's great, but I think that this probably would drive some conversation, I would expect. Because you guys are talking about backpacking, or backtracking, not backpacking.
Backtracking, yeah. Because this seems a little precarious to cross. And I'm not sure why we would need to cross.
You
I'm
actually
shaking
know
my head.
You would know that, first off. 1 second, Dinjarin. You would know that you need to cross Tyros. As you've explored every possible nook and cranny on the way here, the only path forward that seems to head somewhat in the direction you guys were heading was this one path. Right? You didn't see any other tunnels heading to the east, and you came from the west. So your internal navigator says there's two potential areas to the west that we haven't explored. But the fact that you've now met with your other party, it's unlikely that either of those areas will connect you to the eastern side of this map. So if your intent is to go east, you would know that you probably need to cross in some way, shape, or form. If your goal is to uncover every nook and cranny of the map, then you're going to have this inkling that you missed something interesting. And that's really about it. I just wanted to make sure that you didn't draw a false conclusion based on the evidence we've been presented.
Yep. Okay, no, I appreciate that, because it's ever since with the vision here, I can't remember parts of the map and where the bridges are, so that's helpful. Thank you.
So while you're there, Samuel sort of skirts past the treasure. You see him pause for a second and sort of heads over to this little outcropping next to Salem. Salem has one eye on Samael and one eye on Glory because you told Salem to guard that chest. And Samael didn't make a move for it, so Salem hasn't reacted, but wants to make sure, just sort of like, I think he's looking for some sort of acknowledgement that he's not supposed to attack Brother Samael.
I give him no such acknowledgement, and Salem just squawks at him as like a cautionary, stay away from me, or give me space kind of thing.
Glad to see Salem doesn't trust Samael either. All right, you guys gonna jump across or what?
Well, I would like you to mind your manners. I've done nothing to you.
You
I
got
didn't
very
hear
quiet
you.
there.
Yeah.
I'm very quiet.
Yeah, just for a second. I mean, I turned up your volume, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, I just want to make sure that I'm not... Hold on. Hello. Mic check. Mic check. Am I better?
Yep.
Good
Okay.
now, yep.
Good. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, so, so he gets to this outcropping, and you see him sort of like steadying his feet. He's getting ready to jump across.
Quick question.
Yeah.
If someone were to say do a hold person on someone or paralyzed, because it basically paralyzes them, and they were in midair, would they stay in midair, or do they just automatically fall?
I would say if they were jumping a large distance. Hold on. So are you where are you? Hold on.
I'm right here.
Not tipping your hat at all.
I need to look at where's hold person at in your.
It just says it's a spell.
Yeah, what level?
Level 2.
Oh, there it is. Okay. I need to look at it real quick.
It doesn't say, so I was just kind of curious how it. It just says they're paralyzed. It doesn't say if they anything about if they're in midair, what happens.
So I think here's what would happen.
Flying or jumping
I think you would either paralyze him before he jumps, or mid-air he'd become paralyzed, but his momentum would take him across to the other side. He would just be paralyzed.
Okay. I mean, I wasn't necessarily talking about anyone jumping or anything. I was just kind of wondering if someone was in midair.
Well, I was just drawing some conclusions, but yeah, I think kind of like cartoon physics, right? I think he'd be jumping.
Continue.
Yeah, you'd have to be able to control his movement, a la Mario, right? Like to change directions or something midair. Otherwise, physics wins.
All right, so that would be more like telekinesis, I think.
Yeah, something where you're controlling an object as opposed to paralyzing.
Cool. Good to know. Future reference.
All right. I'm glad I could help. All right, so I'll give you guys so Brother Simon's going to jump across in a second here. He's not hiding it. He's been pretty clear that he needs to get across. He's come from that side. That's what he's going to do. I'll give you guys a second to what are the rest of the Southern Party going to do?
I think I'm going to follow across if that's the route everyone's going.
I'll play across.
Yeah, so he assessed that was the shortest point A to point B. So
I'm gonna wait until Samael jumps across to see what's the likelihood of this happening. I'm gonna assess other people jumping before I jump. I have a tendency to row low numbers when it matters.
Excuse me, Dinjarin, and I don't know your name, bird lady. If you'd be kind enough to clear the space, I know I'm going to jump across and join you. Assuming the rest of my party will be doing the same. If you could give us a little bit of space so that we can safely move, I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
So you see Samael leap across, and let me roll. Hold on, I gotta pull up his card. This is gonna require an ability check. Oops. Clicking the wrong thing here. This is acrobatics. Oh, no wonder I can't do it because I'm not allowed to do it with the. I was using the fancy thing, but he does not show up in the fancy thing. So acrobatics. Skadoosh. And normal. He only needs a 5. Because it is not. It's not a huge amount of space. It's less than 5 feet. So this isn't all that dangerous, and he makes it across without incident. And sort of he sort of scoots around Dinjarin to give space for the rest of the team.
As he scoots by me, I kind of nudge him, I hit my elbow against him, and at the same time I reach in to try to grab that thing I saw earlier that seemed like it was something we needed. He had on the side of his pocket. It was a piece of the compass. I tried to steal that from him.
Oh,
we shouldn't be worried about you stealing from the rest of the group.
He's not one of us. He's some random person. I don't know who he is.
And of course, in the game, unless he bungles this.
When is one of us a meaningful concept to you?
Oh boy. Bad blood. Bad blood's coming out. Bad blood. It's like a Taylor Swift concert. All right, so Dinjarin, you need to roll a sleight of hand. I don't know if that's in the automated. Let me see if I can do it. And very specifically, I'm going to go into. You have to know what you're after. If you want to. It
was like a little vial or tube thing that he had on his belt when we first met him. We saw it. I think it was when Tyros and I were with him over near his group.
Oh yeah, you're targeting. If I'm right, if I heard you right initially, at least you're targeting if he has any of the Wayfinder parts.
No, it was that tube thing that we thought was a part of the Wayfinder. That was what we thought. We thought it was a part of the thing. So I was targeting specifically that tube thing that we saw in his belt.
Okay. Let me see here. Dinjarin, and it is sleight of hand. And let me look at this. So he's got. Hold on 1 second. All right. So you're gonna need to build. Or you need to beat. This. All right, so as he goes by, you're actually I'll reduce it because it's specificity. And here's your epic roll. You ready?
Yep. Oh.
Clearly lower than the number you got when you stole the dagger from me.
What do you think you're doing, bro?
What are you doing? You bumped into me. I was merely trying to get out of your way, and you hit it into me.
I've asked you kindly to provide some space and was simply sliding by you to give some room for my other compatriots. Felt to me an awful lot like you were trying to steal from me. Am I wrong?
Do I look like someone who is capable of stealing? I have heavy armor on, and I'm not the swiftest of person.
You 100% not only look like someone who would steal, but act like someone who would steal. And I have heard on more than one occasion have been accused of stealing.
Accusations aren't proof of things that may have happened.
Okay. Noted.
And you see him sort of wipe down his robes and adjust himself and move slightly farther down the thing, just to the north of Tempe. All right, so no one else moved.
With that,
we're gonna move to the rest of the party. All right, so
Tyro's
who's
starting
all?
to make his way.
Okay, you guys are making. So are all of you jumping the gap?
I also move out of the way so that others can jump the gap.
I let
Okay.
Tyros and Stephanos go first.
All right, so we're just gonna roll. So we're gonna roll them together then. So I'm just gonna do the epic roll now, and it is an acrobatics check. And as I mentioned, you only have to beat a 5. So you know, all good. I mean, this is sort of your race to lose, as they say. All right, so Tyros, you make it across, no problem. And Stephanos?
I don't have anything to roll on my sheet.
Do you not have in the middle of the screen a thing that says acrobatics check?
No.
Does everybody else see acrobatics check on the screen?
Yep, I did.
Weird.
Weird. Maybe you need to refresh your browser. I'm gonna hit your dice for you. Is that okay?
Yep.
I hope you don't get a bad roll because I'd feel bad. Let's find out.
Got him.
So, Zyros, as you're leaping across, you see Stephanos leap even beyond you and just sort of delicately, like does a double tap on your head with her toe as she flies over the top of you and lands easily, easily next to you. Yeah, it was. All of you were just like befuddled and dazzled by just how graceful that move was. All right, that leaves us with Salem and Glory to the south.
Well, Salem can fly over, so I'm not worried about him. So I go, tell him, go ahead. Wait till he gets over.
All right, so go ahead and move him where you want him. Move him where you want him.
Sorry, I think I'm gonna just go on the other side of Alexandria here, just to keep him out of the way of other people.
Keeping your winged creatures together, I see. All right, then move your character into position if you're going to roll, if you're going to do it. If not, decide where you're going to... All right, so Stephanos, I'm going to move you out of the way a little bit, just give her a little bit of room. And Gloria's going to jump across. Are you ready? So hold on. This is an acrobatics check. It's a mere 5. You're okay. Show DC. No one's failed it yet, so let's start epic roll.
You just jinxed me right before.
You'll be fine, he says.
Oh, thank God. Oh.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
yeah, you leap across. You're in good shape. We now have the entire party back together again. Right. So you guys are together. This is, I guess I could prompt you. What are you going to do?
Since I'm over by Alexandria, I give her a look like you get what you need. No? Sorry, I didn't see your face. No? I have a regular dagger. You want that?
I would love a regular dagger, thank you.
Alright.
Right. Institute a trade. Probably should
Okay,
feel a
I
little
don't know how
better.
to do it. I don't know how to do it. David,
don't know
how
how to
did you
do
do it?
Yeah,
David
you
did.
explain it.
Bottom left of the screen, there's a where it says like players, game master, Adam. There's a thing that says request trade. It has like all of our names in it. You click that and then choose who you want to trade with and what you want to get, and it should.
Where is it?
Go very bottom left of the screen, like there's that, like where it says players. There's that little window that says players.
Oh, my thing is covering it. Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah. I think it says it says what do you want to trade for, but you don't have to say anything from the other person. You just say this is what I want to trade. If I remember.
You just offer him something.
I don't see what you're talking about.
It's like
It
looks like a little handshake and
No,
request
yeah, I
trade
don't-
like all the way at the bottom.
Yeah, I know. I don't see that.
You have to turn off your HUD. So toggle off the.
Oh, got it.
dark.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Thanks.
does cover it up.
Yeah, I don't
Alright.
even. I stopped using that HUD. It's a really cool looking HUD, and I think it automates some things. But I have found that I remember Curtis, you and I debated this. I think the character sheet is 10x better. It's just easier.
Agreed. And their descriptions are easier to read.
Dagger. Also,
indeed.
do you need water? Do you need a water skin? I'm asking because I don't want to get encumbered with stuff.
Yeah, I'll take a water skin.
Okay. Cool.
So while they're doing this trade, the rest of you guys, Tempe, you're sort of ahead. Anyone want to lead the charge forward?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, move the length of your movement first. You'll go first. I'm gonna have Brother Samuel's gonna stay right next to you.
Tyros is going to follow right behind.
Yeah, so you guys can move your full distance, but then stop. I stop right. I'll use Brother Samuel. Stop at the marker here, just so that you I don't want to have to tell the story 3 times if you guys are all staying together. So you saw this. It looked like this little tunnel split for a second, but indeed you found out it was just sort of a dead end to the left. You could see the dead end. And is Dinner following you, Dinjarin, when you guys move up?
Yeah, he would just follow me.
Okay. So I'll wait for you guys to sort of group up. I'll use Samuel as the next marker. He's going to sort of move around the corner and just sort of pause. So I'm using him as a marker. I just don't go too far past where he is. So you guys can move all around the corner if you want.
I can't select Salem. Can you just put Salem next to me?
Sure. Where is Salem?
He's over by where Alexandria originally was.
Oh, there he is. He's right in front of you.
Cool. Thanks.
So Tyros, as you come around the corner, and I'll let everybody else start moving into place, you're presented with at the end of a treacherous mine tunnel. So you're no longer in the mine tunnel. You're sort of standing before a cavern of ominous proportions. The air is thick with the stench of sulfur, and the heat is unbearable. As you peer across the cavern, you see a giant pool of molten lava separating you from the other side. A river of lava runs through a small crevasse to the west, providing a glimmer of hope. Interestingly, that glimmer of hope is where you have just come from. You've done the mental math. You do see some stones, some steps heading forward, right? So as you take your nearest round, you notice a magnificent carving of a beast's head in the opposite wall. Its massive jaws appear to be the only escape route of this fiery inferno. However, the river of lava and the giant pool present a seemingly insurmountable obstacle. Will the stone steps connecting the north side of the cavern to the skull bear your weight? On the western wall, an ornate statue of a skeleton with glowing eyes catches your attention. You feel a sense of unease as you study the intricate details of the statue. This place is unforgiving and unfathomable. The heat is oppressive, the ground beneath your feet is unforgiving. Your only hope for survival lies in finding a way across the lava to make your escape through the beast's mouth. Now, this massive head of a beast dominates the far wall of the cavern. Its piercing, dimly glowing eyes seemingly follow your every move. And feel free, everyone, to move into place, if you want. There's a pointed ears and a nose that appears to sort of perpetually be twitching. The beast's massive jaw are agape, revealing rows of teeth that glisten menacingly in the flickering light of the lava. The beast's fangs particularly striking, with one serving as an ornamental decoration on each side of the entrance. The fangs are intricately carved. Their razor-sharp points are seemingly ready to shred anything that comes too close. Despite the ominous nature of its carving, there is certain majesty to the beast's presence. Its regal bearing and fierce countenance exude power and strength, serving as both a warning and a challenge to any who dare pass through its jaws. So there you are. So you're up. he moves forward, and as he moves forward, the walkway disappears and sinks almost mechanically into the lava. The skull to the east, its eyes light up. And we have about 15 minutes left in game time, and then you are done. This is a pretty cool little bit. So what are you gonna do? Your way across has sort of disappeared, but this skull is inviting.
But it hasn't attacked us yet, right?
No, not at all.
Okay. So Glory is one to observe things, take things in. Like she, instead of running away from things, she's the one that's like drawing it and learning about it. So she is curiously investigating this and taking it all in, trying to understand it, trying to see if there's anything she can decode.
Okay.
It's very much
All right.
in her wheelhouse.
Well, let's start with that. So Glory, you want you step into place. I promise you, there's no triggers. This isn't a trick, but I just want to make sure I track who's doing what. And I'll actually move you if that's okay.
Yeah, because I can't move. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're sort of just here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to stop movement from all of you. Yeah, there you go. And hold on, turn. There you are. So you're facing this thing. So what you're seeing is this sort of menacingly, looking skull is sort of staring at you. So in an alcove of the wall, a vast lava-filled cavern, a stone carving of a skeleton rests. Its eerie presence casting long, twisted shadows along its chamber. Its cold, yellow, glowing eyes seem to follow your every move, as if taunting you from beyond the veil of death. The skeletal figure holds a stone tablet, etched with strange and mysterious symbols. A message from long-forgotten age. 4 deep, dark gouges mar the surface of the tablet. Their purpose is unknown. At the bottom of the tablet, an intricate ring of metals surrounds an ornate image, its purpose and meaning shrouded in mystery. In the center of the ring, a slot roughly 3 inches high and a half-inch wide is visible, beckoning you to explore its secrets. The skeletal figure grins and seemingly mocks you, daring you to uncover the secrets of this tablet and its mysterious content. Your inner voice says, "Curiouser and curiouser, you must have been an Alice in Wonderland fan." Seems harmless enough. Big grin, no weapon. What could possibly go wrong? As you stand before the stone skeleton, an ominous presence threatening to overwhelm you, you cannot help but to wonder what ancient secrets it holds, and what terrors may be unleashed should you unlock the mysteries of the ring.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, that said, you actually get a closer look. Let me activate for you the closer look.
Looks like these gems were retrieved for a reason. I don't know what this thing at the bottom does.
Can you all see everything?
I can.
Yep.
Yeah. So here's how this works. Before you click on anything, you need to do something. You can toggle gems in the top 4 slots, but every time you click it, it'll change a color, right? So you'll be able to do that. And there you go. But you really, the bottom thing looks like something can be inserted into it. So that's just sort of what you know intuitively. You also see some strange writing below the gems.
Trying to pull up my.
And I'm assuming the party is gathered around at this point, collectively looking at this.
Yes.
Do we know what language that is?
Ooh, why don't you? I'm so glad you asked. That would be a language. I think it was a history check, right? Does that sound right? Oh, and none of you are on my. I think. Are you all? You all are able to see the screen, right?
We can see the screen, but I can't close it out
The
again.
only thing I can look at, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what was that?
The picture of the skeleton statue is the only thing I can look
Yeah,
at.
yeah,
I can't.
yeah. There's no. Yeah, you have no tokens. This is first person view. So hold on, let me look. This would be history. So if you want to know what language it is, history.
Okay. History.
Oh. I think the third one's purple, so I go ahead and put purple in.
So hold on.
Does anyone remember what the little
I can't hear you.
sayings were above the gems they swiped?
Yeah.
Not at all.
I
I
said
remember
off.
all because it was today.
All right, I'm going to do a
each
history
gem
check.
should have a name. Oh, I already rolled.
Oh, sorry, I was interrupted.
Oh, sorry.
So you got a 16. So everybody else, can you guys roll? And if you want to re-roll Tyros, you can.
Just to clear that out, yeah.
Wow, a lot of fumbles on this roll.
I'll get my
hold on one
fumble
second.
out of the way.
I have to look up.
Of course, I give my 22 away.
Okay. And Dinjarin, yes. 22, Stephanos, Glory, 22, awesome. You guys clearly know that this is Draconic, the language Draconic. So now all of you should be feverishly looking in your character sheets to know if any of you speak Draconic.
I do not.
I do
Do you really?
think so. I gotta open my character sheet to be sure.
I
You
do
do.
not.
Tempe does. So Tempe, you immediately look at this and you said, I know what this says. It says,
Open says.
the bloody laws of tooth and claw. So Jasev is bloody. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, it says the bloody laws of tooth and claw in Draconic, right? And then you also, start looking at. Are you holding any of the gems?
Me, I can't even get my character sheet open.
Maybe I need to weirdly just like drag you all. Like you won't be able to. It'll be silly. I'm just going to drag you onto the screen so you can engage with your stuff.
I got there. I figured it out. Okay, so
Okay.
inventory. I don't believe I have a gem.
All right. So you see a gem shape, and you see you see a this Draconic bloody law of tooth and claw. Does anyone have gems? Is I think the first thing you'd be asking, right? Because you're starting to see some sort of connective tissue potentially.
A gem
Mm-hmm.
of the off gem.
Ah,
So what? If everyone can read their gems, so we know what the words or letters are.
so
OTH is mine.
So I would
and-
assume somebody has a.
Found, which means it's last or first.
Yeah, so Tempe, when Stefano says I have the Oth gem, you said Oth. Oth means tooth.
Tooth is first.
I have the Ocarate gem.
And Tempe says Akrit is claws.
Tooth and claw. What color is your gem?
Green.
The saying was the bloody law of tooth and claw.
Who has
Okay,
the purple? The purple gem is the Yamut.
Yamut. So Tempe, when Danjarin says Yamut, you mean like laws. That's the word for laws.
So that'll be the third.
And the blue gem is Mayor.
Hey.
Mayor, that's blood. That's blood. It's odd. These colors don't necessarily match the gems, but I don't think that was the point. So you have blood. you have tooth, you have laws, you have claws.
Okay, what color is Law?
Purple.
Sorry,
Okay.
purple. I'm muted.
Blue, purple, red, green. Is that the order we're all suspecting?
The bloody laws of tooth and claws. Is claws green?
Law, tooth, claw.
All right, so there's a slot that looks like we can insert a sword or something into it as well.
Yeah. Like maybe a sword that was found in the burning head of a dragon skull.
Oh, I got that. Oh, I don't want to give up my sword.
Or you might not have to give it up.
Some sort of a key.
Are you sure it's a sword, you guys?
Yeah,
So
push
as-
it in and like turn it like a key, right?
Are
So
you
when you
sure?
ins-
Like,
w-
maybe Samael
How
has.
big is the slot? I want to look at the slot.
Word
And see how big
size?
the slot is.
it's it. Yeah, so you look at the slot and it looks like you could fit something as big as a sword, as small as a dagger, a key, like a big key. It's it's a big slot.
Man.
Can
Tyros
a
looks
pig
at
snout fit in
Samael.
there?
Tyros will look at Samael and it's like, are you carrying anything that might fit into this? I don't know if you found something along your travels.
From the direction we came, we didn't have to mess with this.
Guys, why don't you put him in there?
He doesn't have a dragon sword.
All right, I'm trying to get it. Hold on. I'm being an
look,
idiot.
I'm being honest with you. I came from this way, but we were able to cross the stones from the mouth of the beast.
Can I not? Oh, there we go. I gotta switch to the Baphomet's sword. Okay, so Glory kind of shuffles up. Can I do like an investigation to see if it's this, like, do I get any vibes that it's the sword that's supposed to go in there?
Well, you could try. If you want to investigate,
Yeah.
that's gonna require something. Like you could jiggle it. You could stick something else in it before you rest your sword if you want. See what happens.
No, whatever. I'll just stick it in. See what happens. That's what she said.
All right, so then double click the slot.
Activate gemmed powers.
So cool.
Do I get my sword back?
So you thankfully, withdraw your sword and it is intact. And back come the steps. They rise from the ground. No worse for the wear. And there you are.
I send dinner
Cool.
across.
Now,
Sweet.
I will say, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of out of game. I must have given you too many hints or something because you did not even get the gems wrong once. so
I took notes, that's why.
as those gems ride, on the third, as those steps ride on the third step, comes a new friend. I'm gonna need you all to
those
roll for
guys.
initiative. So yes,
I throw my water skin at him.
you think for a second like I've seen this before, but as you look a little closer, this one looks slightly different. Who are we missing?
Why are there so many things being...
It's all the
wrong?
initiative. We just need glory.
Well, dinner actually did a pretty good initiative roll.
Oh, I see. Duh. And, what...
I think you're missing Salem.
Salem.
Oh, did I not get Salem on the board?
No.
Where is Salem? Did you not move him with
He
you?
was supposed to follow us.
Oh well, yeah. You typically control your own character, so I will I pull him over.
Well, you said you were gonna bring everyone up.
There we go. Go ahead and roll Salem.
Look at that.
And
That's funny. The two familiars rolled the highest.
where'd they go? All right. What happened? Oh man, hold on. Sometimes I
Fire guy fell
inadvertently.
back into the fire.
Yeah, there we go. We're back. I made a whoopsie on that one. This is supposed to be not active anymore. There we go. Update title. Perfect. Now, yeah. So, this guy came up. You guys are suddenly in combat, and there's these little bat-like things sort of floating around. But right now, it's not of concern to you. It just looks like sort of cave bats happening. But on that note, I believe this is where we're going to end our day. You have made it to. You see no other exits other than through the beast's mouth. You've made it all the way through the vault, only to be faced with one final foe. When we next play, we will, and I will go ahead and hit begin combat. Salem will be up first. You guys will scheme, and we're going to be good to go. Any questions or comments?
What
Mostly
is Shiro?
tech-free
Is
problems.
Shiro again?
What's that?
What kind of creature is Shiro again?
You don't know yet. You have not rolled nature or done anything to sort of know. You can assess. I would encourage you in the next game when we start here to sort of assess the situation. Come up with a
We
team
saw
plan.
the round where Glory got the sword, or Jinjarin got the sword and gave it to Glory.
Yeah, so you saw. So what you will, I will give you this. What you know is there's a familiarity to the what you fought before, which you knew was an Azure of some sort.
Sure.
But this one looks a lot more formidable, and has armor and some other things, right? So, looks don't imply level. We'll just say. So this one looks a lot tougher, and there's only one, and it seems like they sent one guardian to protect the entrance. Right, and you didn't see. Yeah, and you didn't see Brother Samael making his way to the front to be the first to attack. He's just sort of assessing.
The second we hit that thing, it's gonna turn into two things. Guarantee. Guarantee.
Good. You never know. All right. Well, on that note, the next time we play, we will start here. I wanted to thank you all for a fabulous game. It was really cool to see everybody, and a lot of fun. So, any questions before we drop?
No,
Thank
thank you.
This was good.
Later, thanks.
Awesome.
Thanks,
See
bye.
you guys later. Bye.